Since 1911, the Pierre Parts Store has been your one-stop shop. Family owned and operated for 4 generations, the Pierre Parts Store has served the community by providing groceries, hardware, home products, and much more, including a full-service lumber yard. Now, we've added the Thibodaux store to the family with the same values and service we've delivered for over 100 years. The Pierre Parts Store and the Thibodaux store, our family serving your family.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We just hit summer school. It's already time to go back to school. The summer's not very long for our school children anymore. Part of that is because, daycare and all those issues that go into the summer, and we want to get half of the school year before the testing, before the break. So here to talk about the parochial schools and the superintendent of the diocese schools, the Catholic schools. We were talking more. Anyway, Dr. Mark Williams. Going from La Rose, north of Thibodaux, all the way to Morgan City. So a pretty big area for the diocese, for these schools. So how was your summer? Short as it was, how'd it go?
It went well. This summer was a good summer. We got a lot done. The summer is a time when us, educators, we plan. In educational administration is a lot of hours. So during the summer, when I was working on my doctorate, I had a professor. He's from Houma, actually, Dr. Donaldo Batiste. He used to tell us during the summer, you have to make deposits. You have to spend time with your family. You need to make deposits because you're consistently making withdrawals all year long. So please spend time with your family. So try to do that. Live like normal people, because we don't work 9 to 5. It's first thing in the morning until the last basketball game at night. It's just a lot of hours. So the summer we get to have a normal life. We plan. My mentor principal, Mr. George A. Bear, used to tell me all the time when I was his assistant principal, the more you sweat during the summer, the less you bleed during the school year. So sweat, and let's plan.
That's awesome. So, I think my wife was a school teacher for 40 years too. And so I know what goes into that and education. Like I said, I think part of it is daycare, right?
Yeah.
Just we probably get 2 months instead of the whole summer. It used to be from Labor Day, Memorial Day to Labor Day, or vice versa. And so, a little different timetable now, but that's the modern world we live in. What's the modern world for education right now, particularly parochial school education? Is it healthy right now?
It's healthy. Our schools here in the Diocese of Houma-Thibodaux, our enrollment is steadily creeping up. We're a small school district. We do encompass 3 civil parishes, Terrebonne, Lafourche, and St. Mary. We have 10 schools, about 5,000 students. So it's a small school district in the eyes of the state. But it's very steady and strong. It's slightly creeping up 1 or 2% per year in terms of enrollment growth, which is difficult.
Sure.
Because Harry, as you know, it's tough in Terrebonne.
Our population's going the other way, right?
Because of the insurance. And asking young families to put their children in private school is. That can be a difficult endeavor for young families with a child or 2 and another bill. So it's difficult. I think, as you say, our population of our young people sometimes are looking to move. I know my own kids. My wife and I have 5 kids, and none of them live around us. Now, they're in Baton Rouge and Lafayette and Houston and San Antonio. They're not far, but
they're not home.
But they're not here with us anymore. And so I wonder, oftentimes how many of our, parents are in that situation.
It's easy to grow your school numbers when you live in Dallas, where everybody's just moving in, but it's a little harder when the population is going the other way.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. Well, actually, the legislature just passed something. The Gator education.
Yeah, Senate Bill 313.
Will that affect you guys at all?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So Senate Bill 313, the LA Gator bill, we are proponents of it. And the reason why we are proponents of that bill, of that program, is for one reason and one reason only. It gives parents a choice. I personally think what they're doing in Terrebonne and Lafourche parishes at the public school level and the school boards, I think both superintendents, I think they're doing a good job. I do. This is nothing against them. What this is simply what our Catholic Church believes in, and that is a parent is the primary educator of the child. Incredible responsibility, incredible opportunity, and they should be able to educate and form the child in any manner that they please. So this does help. Now, it's not what everyone thought. Basically, the Louisiana Scholarship Program, which is a program that people that are 250% and less of the federal poverty level can apply for these scholarships to come to private schools. And we do have some of those students in our schools, not a lot, but we have some. The ESA bill, the LA Gator program, is just going to basically replace that. So in the short term, this is not a bill that's going to help everybody go to the school of their choice.
I got you. A little different than, like, hey, we're going to give you a $10,000 check and you can go pay tuition.
Right.
That's not
right. If you're basically right now, if you're not this year, but next year, if you could produce a tax return showing that you're 250% or less of the federal poverty level in terms of household income, you will be eligible for this program.
Okay. About 30 seconds left of this section. I don't want to start too much regulation, but what about hurricanes and all? Are you prepared for that? Just 30 seconds.
Hurricanes, they give us great anxiety and keep us awake at night. The number one thing that we try to tackle as we're looking at the hurricane season is making sure that we can communicate from these.
Right.
That our principals and principals designees can reach out to the teachers and the families from this wherever they are.
Yeah, that's big. All right, Dr. Mark Williams, another segment to go with him. We'll be right back with Bayou Time right after this.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
All right, welcome back to Bayou Time. Harry McCullough here. We're speaking with Dr. Mark Williams, superintendent of the Diocese schools, the Catholic schools from the three parish area. Let's talk about new rules and regulations. We were talking about cell phones earlier, people wanting to be in contact. That's a new public school initiative, is to get the cell phones out of the classroom. You said y'all haven't had that ever, I guess. But what are some of the new regulations that parochial school students may be seeing this year?
Well, some of the, getting to the phones, that's music to our ears. We understand that the students are going to have phones. We get it. We do not allow the students to access the phones anytime during the day. They can have them in their possession, in their bag, and even in their pockets. But if we see a phone during the day, that's a problem. We have some policies at the campus that we're going to, follow. We feel like the phones, I personally feel like the phones are a distraction. They can also cause problems. One of the additional things, legislation that was passed was some bullying legislation. So we have some very, very carefully crafted bullying policies now at all the schools that really just point out exactly who the point person is if someone is to report bullying. And a very clear policy about what is bullying, what does that look like. So of course we welcome that. I mean, we certainly, we want to have a bullying-free school, and we're doing as a district, as a diocese, they're mandating 2 hours of bullying training for the educators, and we're actually going to do cyber bullying.
I got you.
Is going to be the
that's
topic that
most
we're
common.
going to tackle as a district. We partnered with a group called Neptune Navigate, which is digital citizenship, that we're going to roll out into our schools, the whole curriculum for this year, to try to help. One of the interesting things is we have to have Narcan in the school. And so all the schools, we have to have Narcan in the office and people trained.
Well, hopefully, obviously it's a time. We're in 2024. Hopefully we don't have those kind of issues, but I guess you can use Narcan for peanuts or any kind of allergies as well. But yeah, hopefully
we never have to.
Hopefully it's not fentanyl in the classrooms. But look, it is what it is, and be prepared. So that's kind of smart too. So any other rules that people see when they come in that's different than last year?
There are not a lot of specific rules that affect us right now, other than those that I mentioned. But down the road, we will see personal finance is going to be required of students who enter freshman year next year, and then also a computer science credit as well.
Great.
Now, we're doing those things now, but it's not only going to be, it's going to be a credit for TOPS.
Right.
So if you want TOPS, you're going to have these courses in your schedule.
Yeah, really, really smart. What about dress code? Any changes there?
No changes to our dress codes. We're still in the same uniforms. That we're wearing. We wear different uniforms at every school. It's a school-based initiative and decision as to what they wear, but no major changes in uniform.
Let's talk about test scores. You're talking about TOPS. Obviously, it's very important, test scores, those kind of things. What's going into improving those scores this year?
Oh, that's a great question, and I'm happy to answer it. So we have a strategic plan called the Bayou Paradigm that all of our schools follow. And in one section is academic excellence. One of the 4 sections how it's written is academic excellence. So we're interim testing our kids more frequently now to give us the data that we need to make instructional modifications during the year. So when we do take our nationally normed Terra Nova summative assessment at the end, we got more kids, who are proficient. And
analytically, which areas to work on.
We know where we need
right?
to go out. We're very, very proud of our scores. Every grade level in our diocese, every grade level from pre-K 3 to 12 was above the national average in every single subject except 2 grade levels, which were equal.
Right.
And so we're very happy. Our ECT is sitting right at about 22 for the average, which is a strong score. We're very proud of that. We take everyone. We make everyone take an entrance test, but that's not to say you can come here or you can't come here. It's to say, where do we need to place you in terms of is it honors, is it regular, where do you need to be? So we take everyone and we're delivering that 22 test score. 86% of our kids receive TOPS.
Yeah.
And so we're very, very proud and hope we can continue and even grow that.
You obviously you got a good group of people that are coming to you. They're motivated students and that kind of stuff. How do you even get better in that? I mean, is there anything that you can focus on the higher end, maybe a physics or those kind of things? I don't know. I'm just saying.
Well, I'll tell you what we try to do with the kids, the high performing students. They have to be challenged in ways, that are different. So you have to consistently have opportunities for them to do extra reading. If in the math platform, if there's an opportunity to go ahead or do extra work, to do it, to encourage them to get out of their comfort zone and participate in other co-curricular activities that they may not do, to stretch them.
Always right. And then obviously that comes from having good teachers.
But we were pleased because we had several 36s last year on the ACT, and nothing makes me happier than to see that perfect
I hear you. Well, Dr. Mark Williams, man, we appreciate it. Have a great school year. We'll stay away from the hurricanes, right?
Please, Harry, please, please pray those hurricanes away. We don't want them.
Exactly. Thanks for being with us.
You bet. Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back with more Bite Time after this.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.